What's up, cronies? It's podcast number 20 of BS Bettors. Let's go right into the recap. Sal went 2-0 in NFL and 1-0 in college football. Undefeated week for Sal. Bounce back better than ever. Bert went a whopping 1-1 in both at the NFL and college football. Um, Not a lot of wins for myself. I mean, I went 1-2 in the NFL and 0-2 in college football. Not great. And then Cat Burglar just outstanding this week. A perfect 3-0 in both NFL and college football. I mean,
Just for the
someone's in a
cronies.
groove. Someone's in
Yep.
a groove. So
6-0
that
the
puts,
last 2 weeks in the NFL.
you know, so that puts Sal at 7-8 in the NFL and 10-5 in college football. Bert is 15-9 in the NFL and 17-11 in college football. I'm 22-21 and 1 in the NFL and 14-9 in college football. Cat Burglar is 26-18-1 in the NFL and 22-25 in college football. That brings our NFL record to 70-56-2. That's in at right at 55.5%. And then in
Wow.
college football, we're 63-50, bringing our percentage to 55.7%. So we're hitting
That's
about
insane.
55.
That's fucking insane.
It
We're
is.
killing.
It's really good to be this
Yeah,
far.
we're fucking killing.
But yeah, we're doing well. Some of us are getting hot some weeks, some of us aren't doing so well some weeks, and that's just the way it goes. Kind of carry each other. But yeah, you guys ready to hop into this week's picks?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, Sal, start it off.
All right. We're going to start with college football, going Black Friday.
Mm.
Gophers at Badgers. I'm taking the over 42 and a half.
Mm.
Badgers have been giving up quite a few points lately, scoring quite a few. I think it goes over. I don't love it, but I think it gets to about 45 or so. Um, like 24-21, I'm thinking. For my NFL picks, I have two of them this week. I've got the Lions on Thanksgiving -10 at home against the Bears. And another Black Friday game, I've got the Raiders plus 12 and a half at Kansas City. Detroit,
Wow.
obviously, don't need to say much. They've been killing, covering every week, scoring a ton of points. For that Chief Raider game, Chiefs just haven't been covering. It's a big number, 12 and a half. I think the Raiders keep it close for most of the game. So those are my picks.
Awesome, awesome, Bert.
All right. I've got Army at home versus UTSA -7. Army -7. I got Clemson -2.5 at home against South Carolina. Clemson -2.5. Slide over to the NFL. I got the Chargers -2 at Atlanta playing the Falcons. I've got the Seahawks -2 in New York playing the Jets. And I'm going to give you a bonus NFL pick this week, Crony, since it's Thanksgiving and I'm feeling like giving. I got the Bills -7 at home versus the 40 Stinkers.
I like it.
Those are my picks. Good luck, cronies. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
We're
All
giving
right.
away a lot of goodies here.
One thing I'm thankful for this year is giving cronies fucking winners, which I didn't do last week, but we're hopping right back in the train this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Um, Fuck the Badgers. I'm taking Minnesota
Mm.
+2. Bucky
For the
stinks.
axe.
Um, Colorado, they shouldn't have lost last week. They were way better than Kansas. I watched a lot of that game. That game was bullshit. So I'm taking Colorado -16.5 versus Oklahoma State. Then hopping over to the NFL. Packers stink. Love stinks. Give me Dolphins +3.5. That's a fucking lock and load. Cowboys always play good on Thanksgiving Day. Give me Cowboys money line versus Giants. I'm gonna piggyback off of Bert. Give me Seattle -2 against the Jets. Jets stink. Rodgers stinks. Rodgers gone after this year. Fuck the Jets. And then give me the Commanders -5.5 versus the Titans. Lost a nail biter this last week. They're gonna be pissed, and the Titans still stink.
Like it.
Nice.
Is that it?
That is it, and that's gonna be what? That's gonna be a whopping 6-0 coming in the next podcast.
I got USC +7.5 against Notre Dame. Oregon -19. Texas A&M +6 against Texas. I've been 7 on my last 8 in college. So starting to turn this around here a little bit. Look for dogs on Thanksgiving weekend. NFL Chargers -2, Vikings money line, 2-team teaser, 6.5 points. Lions -4 over 42. Lions -10 by the half point. Miami +3.5. Miami +0.5 first quarter. Miami money line. I'm all over Miami.
Yep, me too.
That game stinks. It's the biggest stink on the board. That game is.
And the Dolphins are playing a lot better. Tua's back. He's
Packers should
fully
be favored
healthy.
by 6. That line's way off.
Yep, I agree.
Basically a pick 'em right now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that something's off there. So I'm
Yep.
going with what the line's telling me to do. I'm betting Miami.
Yep.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope Green Bay really plays well, but to me, it's a short week. Big emotional win after San Francisco. And then look ahead to Detroit the week after.
That,
So I
that
think this is a
49ers
sandwich
game
spot
meant
for Green Bay.
nothing.
Even being at home, I think a sandwich spot.
That 49ers game meant fucking nothing. 49ers weren't good with Purdy and Bosa this year, and they were even worse without them. We should have
Yeah,
beat
but if you listen to
40.
Jacobs after the game, he told you it meant everything.
Well, you want me to tell you what means everything? Is when your quarterback fucking sucks. And Love does fucking suck. I'm over it.
Oh my God.
I'm over it. He could have had
Here we
2 picks
go.
last game. 2 picks. He very well could have had 2 picks. The dude was getting outplayed.
Cronies, hit
Outplayed
mute.
by a
Cronies,
former
hit
Division
mute.
3 quarterback.
Mute.
The 49ers
Where's my controller?
quarterback is a better fucking wide receiver than he is a QB. You guys can say whatever you want, but you guys are starting to agree with me. What did you text in the group chat this week? It's starting to get concerning. It is.
It
You
is.
can't avoid it. He is not throwing good balls at all.
To me, the problem with
the wide
Love
receivers.
isn't that he's throwing picks. It's where he's throwing them. He's throwing them in the red zone in bad positions. Like you can't throw them down there. You know, that's
He makes the throws a good quarterback should be able to make, but he's not making the throws a great quarterback should make.
Yeah.
Leading wide receivers, putting it where the defender can't get it, and the only person who has a chance is the wide receiver. Now, granted, some of the wide receivers need to play better. Watson, maybe catch a fucking ball. It's great that you can run, but if you can't fucking haul it in, then what's the point of even having you on the field? But I told you guys this, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm over the Love show right now. He's got to prove it to me in order to be like the guy right now. But I'm going to bet against Packers until he can figure it out.
I think the only concerning part for Green Bay is their pass rush and which guy is number one for their wide receivers. They get one guy gets 80 yards and the next game he doesn't catch a ball or even get thrown to him.
Yeah.
And it happens week after week after week. So which one of these guys is going to step up and be the guy? I don't know. and then no pass rush at all and no blitz. I don't understand it. My only thought is they're protecting the corners without Jair, but there's no blitzing. Like, you got to get to the quarterback. If Purdy would have been back there, totally different game. He didn't get touched, the quarterback, most of the game. So that's not going to work against a good Golf or one of those guys. Gary's got to step up. So does Van Ness. They got to, if they're not going to blitz, those guys got to get home every once in a while.
I agree.
We all wanted to win a Super Bowl. So, I went down their schedule. What's their signature win this year? Texans?
Probably.
No Nico. Arizona. That's probably every other game they've won is against a team under 500. So they need a signature win. They need more of those. They need to beat somebody like Detroit next week. Even Miami would be a really good win this week. They need one of those wins, in my opinion. The league's so top heavy with winners, especially in the NFC North. There's not that many bad teams. Or excuse me, good teams. So I was looking at the playoff thing. If they play Atlanta or Seattle, I think that's favorable for Green Bay. Anybody else, I think they're a dog against. Right?
Yeah.
There's still got a good chunk of season left. So
Yep. Yeah, I would agree. A lot of divisional games too.
This is about when they turned it on last year. So
Yep.
hopefully that'll happen again.
maybe this will be the win this weekend. It starts it.
Yep.
Hope so.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
absolutely.
Got lucky when they win 38-10, but they got fortunate that some players weren't playing for the 49ers, but
you can only play who's on your schedule too.
Yep.
So you got a bunch of bad teams and it's not your fault,
Huh?
You can only play who you play, I mean, so a lot of teams aren't very good in the NFL. So, but I love Miami, and I hope I'm fucking wrong because that would be a big, big win. And do they play the following Thursday?
Yeah.
It's kind of hoping they would get a whole week and a half, but
well, they will the next week.
Yeah. So you think they can beat Detroit?
Sure. I don't think they will, but can they? Absolutely.
Any given Sunday.
Absolutely, Bert.
When I was looking at that score, that Detroit game, I thought they lost by more, but they only lost by 10. Atlanta.
Yeah, it wasn't that close, though.
Right, but I mean, yeah, interesting game.
Talk about that more next week.
Yeah. All right, my dudes.
Awesome.
Winners.
I think that's a wrap.
Let's get some wins, guys.
Later, cronies.
Have a good one. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
you guys
cronies.
as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a wrap on podcast number 20 of BS Bettors. Holla at your boy.
Later.